Discussion of the syllabus. These are the course policies and resources. Pretty important stuff. Starting with the speech assignment rules. These are important because if you break any of these basic rules, you're likely to get a 0 on the speech assignment. So please know and follow these rules. I could give you a chance perhaps early on in the semester to redo one of your videos, but if it's the last speech of the semester, there might not be time. So know these rules and follow them for each one of your speeches. First, you should start your video recording. Hit record, look into the camera, say your first and last name. From there, the second thing you should do is show me that you have a live audience that's physically present in the room. So after you identify yourself on video, take a shot of the audience. You have to have at least one person physically present in your audience, and that person should be age appropriate for college level work. You can read more about that below. Once you've shown your audience, I want to see each of the note cards. You're going to be required to speak with note cards. Show each note card to the camera and hold these cards in your hand once you've shown them in the camera while you're giving your speech. And use them throughout the speech to help prompt your memory. But before you begin the speech, I want to see those note cards clearly so that I can grade them. You're going to need to stand for the entirety of your speech, and you should stand kind of in the middle of your room, ideally, clear of any obstructions. So don't stand before a podium or with a table or a countertop or a desktop in front of you. You should be standing clear of any obstructions, like you're standing on a stage. And you should record your speech from the point of view of the audience. In other words, put the camera in the audience facing you directly. I must be able to see your face and upper body, so I want to see your waist up so that your hands and arms are visible for the entire speech. Even better, just film the entirety of your body so that I can get a sense of your movement. But I must be able to see you and hear you clearly for the entire speech. During the speech, while you're giving the speech, you don't need to zoom in or zoom out. The camera should not pan or move at all. Instead, I want the camera to be stationary, so if you have a camera stand or something like that, use it. Otherwise, just figure out a way to set it stationary. Keep the shot steady, and that means you, as you're speaking, you need to stand without walking or pacing. So you're pretty much going to stand at one spot. You'll be able to turn your body slightly to other parts of the room. I'll have a video on delivery that will talk more about this. But stay within the camera frame and make sure the camera isn't moving. It's stationary. While you're giving your speech, the audience should be quiet and should not interact with you. You can encourage applause at the end. I think that's always nice. While you're giving your speech, make sure there's no distractions. No noise or interference that would make it difficult for me to do my evaluation. Once you complete the speech, when you're done with the speech, don't stop recording just yet. Take one more shot of the audience, take one more shot of each of the note cards, and then you can stop recording. Then you'll have an unedited video. So you hit record, you did all those things, you performed your speech, you did all the things at the end, and then you stopped recording without editing the video. So one take, no editing. Any editing of the video will be treated like an attempt to cheat, and you'll be given a failing grade. So don't do that. Also, don't read your speech, right? This is not a public reading course, but a public speaking course. So if you're reading the entirety or a large portion of your speech off of an outline, a script, or even off of your note cards, then I'm going to lower your grade. So students who read their speeches rather than speaking in an extemporaneous style, more to be talked about what an extemporaneous style is in upcoming modules. But essentially, you prepared for your memory and you're guided briefly by your notes. But if you're reading, you may receive a 0 on the delivery portion of the speech. So I'm going to be looking that your eyes are moving to different parts of the room, that you're not staring at a fixed place, and that your reproduction of the text has some natural conversational feels and doesn't sound like a person who is reading and doesn't look like a person who is reading, but someone who is talking naturally, extemporaneously to an audience that's gathered before them. You can read those notes about the audience here in the syllabus. To continue on the other assignments, quizzes, things like that, when you're crafting your speeches, don't cheat. Be honest. Do all original work for this course, by which I mean you don't submit work that you created for another course in this course. So if you have an English 101 paper, don't turn that in as a speech in this course. And don't pass off other people's work as your own. We're going to practice and learn how to do good citation of supporting materials, so you can use supporting materials in your speeches with citation. But when you aren't citing the sources of your information, or you're trying to pass off someone else's work as your own, that's going to be a problem, and it could lead to some serious consequences, which you could read about here. Just keep in mind this is an adult course and will be engaged in potentially adult topics. So I ask that you keep a mature and open mind to inquiry and conversation in a civil manner that meet the goals of a university education. That said, in your speeches and in your conversations with other students, please, no hate speech. Please avoid racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, ageist, classist language or materials, anything that may create a disruptive or hostile situation that infringes upon other people's rights to access education will be a problem, and I'll take appropriate action in such circumstances. If you need accommodations for this course, let me know at the beginning of the semester. Depending on what they are, I may ask that you work with the Disability Resource Center. You have to be your own advocate, so please let me know if I can accommodate you in any way. If you're looking for extra help in the course, the Centers for Academic Success are a good resource. There's a communication center within those centers that can specifically help you with the public speaking course. And you can find more information about how to access the Centers for Academic Success either by going to the facilities on each of the campus, calling them at these numbers, or using Tutor Chat to chat with a tutor online from the Centers for Academic Success. Other help and resources are available through the library. There are staff and professors often in the library who can help you, and there are workshops and lots of online resources as well through the library website here. Make sure that you are pursuing a degree and not wasting your time at CSN. So make sure that you know how to get a degree, and talk to a success coach or an advisor about how best to use your time here at CSN so that you're not wasting your time and not wasting your money. If you're having trouble with groceries or any other issues that might be hurting your health or your well-being, we have help for you, and you could reach out to Counseling and Psychological Services for free counseling. These are great services for students, and you can find more information about that at the link. I am a Safe Zone ally and a member of the LGBTQ community, and so if you have any questions or need assistance in that regard, I might be somebody you can reach out to. Here's the refund policy, which is pretty important. So if you aren't sure if you want to be in this class, consider it and consider dropping here so that you can get your refund. If you wait too long, If you wait till after the third week of class, you lose your refund, and then somewhere right around midterm, you lose the ability to drop the course and you'll just receive an F. So pay attention to those important dates. And you can find more information at this link. And here's a little disclaimer that I reserve the right to make changes, but I'll notify you ahead of time. All right, that was the course syllabus. Please know this and consult this often. I hope this was helpful.